Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today we've got even more information and some more little teasers and bits and bobs on that new Sabre Raven variant. I'm going to be sort of putting them all together here and giving a bit of evidence behind what's going on with that, because lots of people are curious about that. There is a bit of spoiler here, but please bear that in mind. We've also got a new Alpha 3.24 EVOCATI update. There was a new patch on the 9th of July, the first patch we'd had in like 4 or 5 days for the EVOCATI patch. Let's jump in. So CIG have actually teased the new Sabre variant again. So there was now a little teaser on X. So originally they had sort of teased this from John Crew that there was going to be another Sabre Raven variant beyond the Firebird on a Star Citizen Live. John Crew had said there is another Sabre variant in the works, and probably this is the one that people thought the Firebird was going to be, and it's going to be soon TM. Some of the other recent releases for ships would also be getting variants as well. And then in the Jump Point magazine, so the sort of subscriber magazine, we saw a silhouette of what appeared to be a Sabre Raven variant with some green sort of lighting being blazed at it. So I suppose one of the things we should ask is, what did people think the Firebird was going to be before the Sabre Raven Firebird was revealed and released? Well, there's actually quite a lot of mixed opinions. Lots of people on Reddit and Spectrum had very different ideas of what it might be, but one of the prevalent ideas was that it was going to be a quantum interdictor or interceptor. However, this may not be the case for the ship, or if it is, the ship may have more than one use. So there's also a rumour that the name of the ship is going to be the Sabre Peregrine. So this is interesting because we didn't really know its name, and I suppose we still don't. The Peregrine name has come from a data mine, but names for ships do change and sometimes they codename them and stuff like that. I actually thought this was going to be called the Raptor, and a Peregrine Falcon is a kind of raptor. So yeah, the Peregrine Falcon, also simply known as the Peregrine, is a bird of prey in the falcon family, a large crow or raven-sized bird. It has a blue-grey back, blurred white underparts, and a black head. The Peregrine is renowned for its speed. So that could move into it being sort of a quantum interdictor, an interceptor. You want those to be very fast. But there was a little teaser on X, formerly Twitter, from the main Star Citizen account, which makes it look more like a racer. So it's a bit of a blur, but it looks like a racing ship in atmosphere. It looks like it's going for a racing course. Zin did say the other day that she thought it was a racer and that the green used in the original teaser was racing green. But I suppose an interdictor, interceptor could also be used for racing, right? And it could be just be showing off that it's fast in this sort of video. The truth is, we don't 100% know what that ship's going to be yet, but it looks very likely that it's a racing ship or fast sort of interceptor, quantum interdictor still. I am really interested to know what you think, and is that something that you would be trying to buy? I did check out the Star Citizen Trades Reddit because I was curious how much the Raven was. People are saying it for like $1,200 and stuff like that. That's just incredible. Though I suppose I'm not sure if people are actually buying it for that amount, but people are trying to sell it for that amount. That secondary market is wild. Whatever you think that Sabre variant is, please tell me in the comments below. Something else I want to talk about, Alpha 3.24 has had another EVOCATI update, and this time it was on the 9th of July. That's the latest patch at time of recording. So this made further aerodynamic updates to enable ships to yaw more in atmosphere, specifically targeting the Gladiator Hawk, Hornet F7C and Origin 300i. Really glad that they're actually doing some more updates to the Gladiator. Gladiator, criminally underused fighter bomber. There were a ton of fixes in this patch as well, fixing hangar doors and various issues with ships and hangars themselves, fixes for item banks and freight elevators to make them work and work at better scale as well. Cargo hauling missions should now work more consistently. A load more missions actually work properly now. The build also appears to be a lot more stable, at least when I tried it. It didn't crash at all during my last play session. I was able to get cargo from basically A to B, bam bam, with the cargo hauling missions. What I am desperate for CIG to improve is we need some essential quality of life updates, and we have for a while, but especially with the sort of removal of the global inventory stuff, because we still have an inventory, we still be able to bring up our inventory, but they've separated the inventory at zones into the item banks and the freight elevators and what's on your personal character and what's in your ship. That sort of stuff is all now divided out, and you have to go to specific terminals or specific area to get this more physicalized cargo, right? It's you have to be there to interact with those things. We need the ability to search for items, cargo, storage. We need better UIs for doing this. We need a way of knowing where all our items are more easily. It just needs a ton of quality of life here. And people are going to find this relatively hellish, in my opinion, until those quality of life updates are put in. Because people are like, well, I don't know where half my stuff is. I want to search for a certain thing. I don't have to just pull through a list. This stuff's functional. It's alpha for a reason, 100%. And we are in the EVOCATI phase, so they can potentially get something reasonably good for live. But yeah, it just sort of highlighted that, well, actually, some of this stuff's really good. So they've labeled the cargo that you've got for cargo hauling missions. It goes, this is a piece of mission cargo. Great. Awesome. Tells me what mission it's for. I don't think any of that stuff's holding it back. It's just instability and CIG wanting to get some more of the features in and make sure that the game is as optimal as possible when it comes to performance and that sort of stuff. Because, yeah, CIG look to want to be pushing this out to wider PTU, so Wave 1 PTU by the weekend, but it is going to be stability dependent. And remember, they haven't tested the cargo commodity rebalance stuff. They're still tweaking all that cargo stuff, and I'm not sure exactly how that is going to affect the wider economy and the cargo stuff. Also, the dynamic event blockade runner needs to be tested at some point. Don't think they are slowing down the push to Wave 1 PTU, though. There are things that are potentially preventing it from going to a first wave PTU. Some players are very much saying, yeah, there's still a load of instability, so CIG will be prioritizing that almost certainly. There are a load of known issues CIG are trying to address as well, mostly to do with hangars and freight elevators, but there are a variety of others as well, with like AI spawning still, things like that. Also, I often find that when I play early in the morning my time, I don't really have any problems, but there's a lot less people on, and there's going to be a lot less problems with the spawning of those persistent hangars and a load of cargo existing on a server, stuff like that. So that's some of the reasons I might have a better experience on EVOCATI. And it's an EVOCATI build as well. It's a mixed bag with, well, I can't play at all, nothing works, and someone else having a great time, and it's hard to tell why necessarily, because there could be a load of contributing factors, but that's one of the reasons you need the EVOCATI phase, to be able to go through those contributing factors, work out what's affecting the build and how to repair that for the most people possible. I'm going to be looking at that new flare item as well from the Bar Citizen. I believe it's a Xi'an Hua puzzle. It's sort of like this pyramid-y thing. Yeah, I want to talk about that and talk about the flare items that they make for these Bar Citizens, as I think it's a really interesting way of doing gatherings and actually getting people to want to pretend them for collecting this stuff. Anyway, please tell me what you think about that Sabre variant. What do you think it is? What do you think it's going to be called? How much do you think it's going to be? Are you excited for Alpha 3.24? Are you playing in that EVOCATI build? What do you think of that? Are you looking forward to Wave 1 PTU? When do you think that's going to be released? Do you think it's going to be released for the weekend? And do you think they're going to be able to make end of July release for 3.24? Obviously, there's no particular date for it at the moment. I'm just expecting it by the end of July if possible. Whatever your thoughts and questions, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. I'm a futuristic cyborg sent back in time for one purpose. Give me your boots, your jacket, and your nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Get NordVPN if you want to live on the internet. It's the only thing that will protect you against Skynet and my Terminator impression. It gives you greater accessibility, security, and privacy on the internet as well. You should use the links below. Every month, we have a ship giveaway. For July, we're giving away a Constellation Taurus. This workhorse allows you to do some solid cargo running, as well as some combat and room for a small crew. It's just a great all-round mission runner and awesome ship to experience Star Citizen with. This comes with access to the game and lifetime insurance as well. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during July. Each video is another chance to win. More details in the description below. Please consider supporting the channel with the join button under my videos or via Patreon, links below to all of that. It goes a long way in helping us to be able to make daily Star Citizen content and Zin's lore videos, all that sort of jazz. Thank you so much to all the glorious members that already do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can always help as well by sharing, liking, subscribing, and getting involved in the comments section. And thank you very much for those of you that watched to the end. It is appreciated.